So, Gundam Build Fighters, the latest and one of the most drastically different Gundam shows, is currently airing, and I'm really enjoying it. Oodles of mobile suits, new, classic, and obscure, duking it out in modern animation. Wish fulfillment for those of us who love imagining our own customized mobile suits and would relish the chance to battle with them in a lifelike fighting game. Moments that can make some of us fans laugh a little bit at ourselves and this nearly 35-year-old toy commercial we often take so seriously. And simple but endearing messages, encouraging us to be creative, encouraging you to own whatever you love doing and try to excel at it, even if some people don't understand why you're so passionate about such a thing. To make friends and fulfilling experiences through your passion. And, above all else, to give Bandai your money. I think it's a delightful celebration of Gundam's history, its wide variety of mechs, its marketability, and its fandom. As such, I felt like doing some celebrating too. So, in honor of Gundam Build Fighters, I've decided to share with you all a list of my favorites from the massive gallery of Gundams. But first, some criteria, for those of you who even care enough to keep watching. This isn't about the most powerful Gundams or the Gundams with the best pilots. Power and awesome performance help, but this is mostly about aesthetics, gimmicks, and a little bit of nostalgia and personal attachment. Basically, this is a totally subjective list, so don't have a cow if my list of favorites is different from yours. Also, this is Gundams only. No grunts, no mono-eyed baddies, no high-performance Gundam-esque mobile suits that still technically aren't Gundams. With all that said, let's begin. Number 25. Zeta Gundam from, well, Zeta Gundam. It transforms, it has some nice weapons, and it's just really sharp looking. Despite being the first transforming lead Gundam from way back in 1985, I think the design still really holds up and does look advanced and futuristic. The addition of black and a little extra red and blue give its color scheme a little more identity of its own, while still technically having the iconic Gundam color scheme. Not much else to say, except that it's a classic and for good reason. Number 24. Gundam Mark II Titans version from Zeta Gundam. I guess I like this design sort of because it really looks like exactly what it is, a more advanced looking and detailed evolution of the first Gundam. I especially like the smooth, compactable shield and the not too flashy but neat looking backpack. And yeah, the black and blue Titans color scheme makes the already cool Gundam even more to my liking. The Gundam Mark II is another classic, and with its bad guy colors, it's one of my favorites. Number 23. Wing Gundam from Gundam Wing. Not gonna lie, this one is a favorite partly due to nostalgia, despite how I usually try not to let nostalgia have too much influence over my opinions. But this is about personal favorites, and this was the very first Gundam I ever laid eyes on, so I think I'm allowed. It's hard to articulate what I like so much about the design. I guess the chest, shield, shoulders, big buster rifle, and, of course, wings just give it an overall look I just love. It's very smooth, the colors are just right, and it's another Transformer. Who am I kidding? Wing Gundam is welcome here with or without the childhood memories. Number 22. Epyon Gundam, also from Gundam Wing. This definitely won't be the last bad guy Gundam on the list. I'm a sucker for badass looking mechs with lots of black and red in their color scheme. And Epyon has both. It also has a kick-ass whip, a huge beam sword, and a mobile armor mode resembling a two-headed dragon. Need I say more? Number 21. Gundam F91 from Gundam F91. In terms of color scheme and a lot of its armament, it's kind of an ordinary Gundam, but the stuff that stands out really stands out. Look at that torso design, that backpack thruster design, those Vesper weapons that give it two awesome guns when deployed and nice-looking props on its back when they're not deployed. It also has the handy ability to emit a glow that creates after-images of the Gundam to confuse the enemy, a trick we'd later see used by the Destiny Gundam and sorta by the 00 Riser. Gundam F91, not the most generally beloved Universal Century Gundam, but one I definitely have a place for on this list. Number 20. Shiranui Akatsuki Gundam from Gundam Seed Destiny. I'm sure there are people rolling their eyes at this one, since it is basically the Seed universe's shoehorned-in Hyaku Shiki equivalent. but honestly, I kind of like seeing the Hyakushiki's gold anti-beam armor gimmick slapped onto a newer MS design. And I really like how that design is based on the Strike Gundam. I love the Strike design, and seeing it with the signature bits of exposed frame, some sharper looking armor added here and there, and all that gold, I think it's really cool. Even cooler with the Shiranui Dragoon pack, and the ability to reflect beam attacks right back at the enemy. Akatsuki, the Gundam with the power of I am rubber, you are glue. Number 19. God Gundam from G Gundam. Also known as Burning Gundam, which certainly fits with the fiery, explosive nature of its signature erupting burning finger / Bakunetsu God finger and Sekiha Tengyoken attacks. This Gundam fights with punches and kicks much more than other Gundams, as well as several other over-the-top goofy techniques that help make G Gundam as glorious / infamous as it is. Even with that stuff aside, though, I think it's a beautiful looking Gundam. I love the head and chest designs, the colors, and those distinct wing thingies and forearms when it's in hyper mode. God Gundam's hand is burning red, its loud roar tells it to grasp a spot on my favorite Gundams list. Number 18. Gundam Age 2 Darkhound from Gundam Age. They took the Age 2 normal, an already pretty sweet design, and added a Crossbone Gundam style space pirate theme. That's hella fun. I especially like the Dod's Lancer and the badass new head design, complete with that extra piratey eye patch. I love the transforming Gundams, the black and red Gundams, and the pirate Gundams, so how could I not include a Gundam that's all of the above? Number 17. Raphael Gundam from the Gundam 00 movie. It's a Gundam dangling underneath a big bulky apparatus that transforms into another Gundam. That kicks ass. It could have looked really awkward, and I'm sure to some people it is, but I love it. The detachable giant claws are awesome, and even without the big CeraV 2 backpack and all its firepower, the Raphael Gundam all by itself has a design I really dig, with the same unique, sort of alien look that all the Innovate mobile suits had. It's just a one-of-a-kind Gundam with a lot to like about it. Number 16. Turn A Gundam from Turn A Gundam. Yep, you heard right. I like this design, mustache and all. Hell, even if that was a problem for me, just look at the rest of it. In terms of colors and go-to armament, it's your average lead Gundam, and yet it's so different. All of its body parts have a unique, interesting shape, its shield is simple but memorable, its beam rifle actually looks really cool, and it has a few impressive surprise abilities like the nanoskin and moonlight butterfly. Like Raphael, it's unusual and goofy looking to some people, but awesome for me.